Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. We're the casting Archon. We love StarCraft 2, and we love you guys and girls out there who want to join us in this nerdy, awesome game that is an esport. We have been...
StarCraft is manly.
It's manly. It's nerdy manly.
All right. I'll
course.
take that. But it is a
It's
manly game.
nerdly, and baller. And
Absolutely.
perfect. We already saw our first game, which I think was pretty straightforward. It was like
in the interview, I did have a chance to ask his thought process, and is exactly what we called. He wants to play this really safe game. He's played Bonbons before, and he knew his style. He knew he liked all-ins and stuff, so he played a very safe 3-rack style. So he has enough units to stop anything that comes at him. So pretty standard,
pretty clean, yeah.
Pretty straight up.
Sometimes when you're better than your opponent, you might as well not take any risks.
Yeah, don't expand.
Because you're probably
You have so
less
many more
likely to make
units
mistakes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So, enough about that match. Let's talk about our next one. We have AnNyeong Prime. AnNyeong is Korean, the casual way to say hello.
Yep.
Against Choya Foyu.
Yep.
Now, Choya Foyu, remember that last part of the name, Foyu. That's probably one of the best teams in Korea right now, but actually we're getting a shot of AnNyeong first. So we'll talk about Prime. Prime, one of these teams dominating more in GSL Season 1 than Season 3. Not very many Primes left.
No. We might get down to a Prime number pretty soon, Tasteless, of just one or so, because they're getting knocked out a lot by Foyu players.
Yeah, that's true. Foyu, I think, has the most presence out of any team here in the GSL. Foyu was like barely existent in Season 2. And all of a sudden, all these StarCraft 1 badasses decided to switch over to StarCraft 2, and they are shaking up the scene. So there's a lot of pressure here on AnNyeong Prime to try to get him, a little bit of we'll give the team a little bit of attention over here in the round of 32.
That's
Prime.
right.
Oh,
And
there's Edison from China.
Yep. He is the manager of Loner and Luffy from Wii. And
Loner is now training on Team Prime.
yeah, he's a member of Wii, and they're kind of working together with Prime. So Loner and Luffy going to be in GSL for quite some time. There's Choya.
Foyu.
A very good player from Foyu. He was the most known Foyu last season, I do believe.
Right.
Quite a good Protoss. So this is going to be pretty hard for AnNyeong.
I think so, absolutely.
I have actually seen AnNyeong's Zerg vs. Protoss. I saw him playing versus EG in Control a little bit. And I don't know, if Choya has PvZ that good, then AnNyeong is going to be in trouble. But I haven't actually played against Choya in quite a while, so hard to put my finger on exactly how good his Protoss vs. Zerg is right now.
Right.
Thing is, he is on Foyu, and that team is absolutely sick baller, nasty, crazy good.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking of TSL and ST a little bit more in IM, but all of a sudden, Foyu, every single one of their players is so good, and they're bashing all these guys that were dominated in Season 1 and 2. So, I don't know if they're all going to make it through the round of 32 here, but if we see any pattern with people that have Foyu in their name and winning games, then Choya is definitely the favorite in this series. Yeah,
Foyu is really dominating this season. We're going to have to see how far they do get. I wouldn't be surprised if we have like 80% Foyu left at the end. They're sick, man. Like, every player is so solid. Even some of them even opened up quite poorly, and then we're like, oh, wait, now he's good again.
Yeah.
It's
So let's pull the map lineup for a second. On our screen here, Jungle Basin, Metalopolis, Shakuras Plateau.
Now, AnNyeong is going to be pretty happy with this. Jungle Basin can be a very hard map for Zerg vs. Protoss, but Metalopolis and Shakuras Plateau are exactly the maps that a Zerg would want to play against Protoss on. So, Choya, he may have a pretty hard time after that first set. In fact, if he doesn't win that first set, I'm going to say it's going to be extremely hard for him to come back.
Yeah, I think so. Jungle Basin, of course, the problem with that is you're expanding towards your opponent. So Protoss can mass up a lot of units, sentries, and colossi, and, just kind of jab you at your expansions, and it's very tough. The longer the game goes on, usually the harder it is for Zerg. So we'll see what happens. Some of these Zergs really focus on Mutalisks if the Protoss tries to fast expand. But you never know. In PvZ, there's a lot of different things you can do we've seen, I think, the shortest games and the most diverse games out of any matchup with this with these two races clashing together.
And PVZ, I think, is one of these matchups we've seen so far in the GSL that I think some of the worst games we've seen have been them just because one player is like totally out there not knowing what he's doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, the countdown started. Let's see who's going to win. AnNyeong or Choya, Prime or Foyu. It's going to start now. Okay, in the red. Up here at the top left.
안녕 프라임 위.
AnNyeong. Down here in the blue. Remember, AnNyeong, one of the last Prime players left. Now, down here in the blue, getting onto point. This guy from a very dominating team right now.
choya 보유.
Choya Foyu, who, and I can't emphasize this enough, the Foyu team is actually becoming so scary right now that I would not be surprised if there's at least one of these guys in the final.
Yeah, I would actually be surprised if we don't have a couple Foyu in the top 4, to be perfectly honest with you. That some of the best players we've seen so far. And the thing is, not just one of them stands out. They all have been just playing so solid. A really Gosu StarCraft 1 team.
Yeah.
A really top-end StarCraft 1 clan. And they have transferred over brilliantly.
We followed the probe all the way over here into AnNyeong's base.
Very quick probe, checking for pool, sees no pool. Okay, block the hatchery. There we go.
So now the Zerg, since he saved up his minerals, actually, he was going to make a hatchery over here. We just saw the building. He's going to make a spawning pool over here, but I think he might try to fake it as if he's going to expand right here. Protoss is not tricked, though.
Protoss is actually completely ready to let him take that. But the pool does go up.
Yep.
Figures it's a scout, fast scout. May as well pool first. Want to be safe. Thank you, AnNyeong Prime.
Now, Protoss, it does seem, is going to go for a Nexus first. Now, I have to admit, this seems very risky.
Well, actually, that's what I thought as well.
Would he wall it off with a gateway while the cannon's making it?
You do throw a gateway up, but actually, In Control does this build on this map. He practiced a lot against Hydra at my house, and it works. It actually, the timings work out on this map, where even if they pull first, you can go for your Nexus first and still have your defenses up in time.
Wow.
That you are safe. That's why he went scout on 9 probe.
So as you can see, the Lings are going to move out, and I guess you are correct, Artosis, or rather, EG in Control. His wisdom is right on.
Yeah.
See, the cannon will probably finish right as the Zerglings get here. Talk about a very tight and clean build order.
Yeah, it's very tight, and it's almost a little bit scary how good it is.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to have this Nexus up ridiculously fast. In fact, it's almost done right now, finishing before the hatchery even.
Excuse me. Now, he does have a pylon here, so we will notice this is under attack.
Yep.
Looks like AnNyeong knows that he can't get through this way, so he's going to attack the rocks back here. That'll at least force another cannon to be made here. Meanwhile, the Zerg is going to crank out a ton of drones.
Yeah, that's what you have to do with those Zerglings. If you make so many Zerglings early on, pressure those rocks, make him make the cannon. And you may as well damage them anyways, because later on you might be able to use that to your advantage with maybe some speedling counterattacks, some run-bys, that type of thing.
That's true. I mean, those rocks don't heal themselves. It's already at half health. This cannon will just barely get done in time. But you get a few roaches over here later on where the cannon can't reach. And yeah.
Absolutely. He's going to have something else to defend by then. Zerglings do get chased off. Now, I'm really excited to see what he's going to tech to from here. Of course, he's going to throw up a very quick Cybernetics core, and in fact, tasteless. That Cybernetics core makes a solid wall in.
Yeah.
Now, this means that he's probably going to kill out those back rocks, and take his third base on the left side of the map when it is time for that.
Yeah, I think
but
you're right.
Also, this means he's probably going to go ahead and tech up. Look at this. A Zealot, though. Let's talk about this. Going into the Zerg main. Going to force him to get some Zerglings back there. Killing a drone. Oh, man. When you can just send a Zealot out and kill 2 drones, it's more than worth it. But it looks like it might just be 1 drone.
Whoa, hold on. No, doesn't get it.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, you know, if you do walling completely like that, I think we're going to see the double Stargate tech. And, well, he's already got 1 Stargate up, but I would not be surprised at all if we do see another one. This is just because he is going to be so unit light.
Yeah, I think you're totally right.
Now, Roach Warren going up. This is why right now on the Korean server, it's getting more and more popular, especially since Guinea Pig Blade, where you see a lot of starports being made. It counters the Roach very well, forces them into Hydra.
And of course, when you get Hydra, then you can switch into Colossus or Mass Stalker.
Yeah, that's quite right. The Colossus switch is so powerful against Hydra. Very cost
Very
effective.
deadly.
Yep. Now, back at the Protoss base, we notice he is going to go for just 1 Stargate, but chrono boosting out that Void Ray. He's going to be able to clean up Overlords, maybe force Hydras because he doesn't know how many he's going to make. You know, harass the Queens a little bit. I doubt he'll get a kill, but still. Quite a useful unit to have floating around. It's kind of like the, you know, the 1 Banshee that we see a lot now in TVZ.
Right, and you can push these Overlords away.
Yeah.
Eventually, the Zerg is supposed to sack one of these Overlords into the Protoss' base to figure out what's going on. He hasn't done that yet, but he really should be doing that pretty soon here.
Yeah, sometimes you wait for Overlord speed, but he is not getting it right now. In fact, he's making a lot of Zerglings. Zergling speed, Roach speed. He has some Roaches out. I think he's going to all in at the rocks of Choya.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're completely right. He's softening these rocks up. He is going to go for what looks like it could be an all-in.
That's right. The Void Ray is going to help out versus this, but it is in the wrong place on the map right now.
The Void Ray, that's right, it's all the way up here.
And Tasteless, this actually looks like it's going to be deadly. AnNyeong with a very smart move here.
Protoss has to survive this. And he busts it down. Doesn't get a pylon up there to block.
A lot of speedlings in there just surrounding the Stalkers. Beautiful play here by AnNyeong. And at home, he actually has quite a high economy. So this really isn't even all in. This is just a great move. And it's going to have to take that Void Ray to help clean up because he is losing a lot of probes right now. Luckily for him, though, he is warping in some Stalkers, getting some cannons up, taking the pressure off his probes.
And this Void Ray can't really be touched. But the question is, can 1 Void Ray take on all these units? You see there's a 2nd Void Ray on the way.
That will certainly help, but there's going to be more units on the way as well to attack Tasteless.
Here they are now.
And he's going to be able to snipe that Nexus, I do believe. That is not good for Choya.
Choya can't be feeling good about this. He's chrono boosting some probes out of there. He has cleaned up whatever's over here, or whatever was over there. I believe it was a few Roaches. But he needs to get over here and take out the rest of these units and save the Nexus. If he loses the Nexus, it could possibly cost him the game.
Yeah, it definitely could. That'll get him, the Zerg player, way ahead, but I think he's going to actually kill the Roaches. Oh my god. 63 health left on that Nexus.
Unbelievable.
That cannot feel good for AnNyeong. Wow, that is actually quite a turn of events. I just got chills, Tasteless. That was a really great defense. The Void Rays helped out so much there.
Talk about a save. Sheesh.
You know, and really...
Hold that thought, though. He's going to be moving around here.
Trying to maybe dart in there and finish it off, but...
He's going to wall it off with pylons. Very nice.
Not going to work out. The double Void Rays right now looking pretty good. Spire about to finish, as you see there.
And right now, this small air fleet is just dominating.
Yeah, he's got nice map control with that. And AnNyeong is right now on 2 base versus 2 base, so probably not going to be too happy about that. If we take a look at the supplies, suddenly leaving that Nexus alive, not very good. It's 81 supply for our Protoss, who lost a lot in that attack, against 86 for Zerg.
Going to take out the Spore Crawler pretty easily.
I think he might take out some Queens as well, lift one up. Go ahead and kill, but oh my god, that's a lot of Queens, Tasteless.
That is a lot of Queens. Taking out that Phoenix. He's going to need to get out of there. before anything bad happens to those Void Rays. We got an expansion though for the Zerg. Not the easiest place to defend, by the way.
No, it's a pretty hard spot. He's going to have to get his creep up there. He's going to have to be very careful about where he engages any Protoss units.
You got the Mutas out. Uh-oh, not good for this Phoenix. And he might be able to actually go back here. The main is actually undefended. He doesn't have any cannons there.
You know, we do have Blink being researched. And the Void Rays plus Phoenix trying to take out some Mutas, and they'll actually do a reasonable job killing a few Mutas there.
Not too bad.
But, you know, right now, Protoss is looking pretty solid. Ooh, that's not good, though.
Looks like he's going to take his third base now. It looks like these Phoenixes are rallied over here or something.
Oops.
Now,
not the cheapest unit. You got to be careful with that.
No, definitely not. Not sure if there's enough Stalkers here to take this on.
He's going to rely on Blink. You know, if he overcommits, just blink away and get out of there, because Stalkers, they run pretty fast. I would say they can definitely outrun that army.
Blink is one of those abilities. Now, is he actually going to blink into the main? I believe he will.
Yeah, I think he's going to blink up there, see if he can't snipe something and get out, but got to be careful. Snipe the Queen. You want to get out of here now. Oh, Zerglings around you. Get down there. There you go. Nice little harassment there. Now, you got to always be doing stuff like that when you do go Blink Stalkers.
They already have another Blink charge. Or the cooldown for the Blink has ended. So now they can try to go back up here and do it again. He's attacking, blinking away.
And a very good defense going up that ramp. He's got cannons up there as well. Not going to be broken. And Choya, you know, he's losing some units here and there. Some of the attacks that AnNyeong are doing a good job, but he's playing such a solid defensive game right now. It seems like it's going to be very hard for AnNyeong.
AnNyeong is actually going to try to attack the entrance over here. This could cause a counterattack up here towards this expansion. AnNyeong, I think, trying to find his place on the map.
Excuse me. Mutas trying to do a little bit of harassment. In the meantime, he is taking a fourth base over on the right side of the map. But yeah, this Stalker force is just going to grow and grow and grow. They've already got +1 attack, +2 is on the way.
Looks like we got a Nidus Worm. He could bring it in over here.
Ooh, interesting. We haven't seen Zergs go Nidus on this map really at all.
Yeah. It's smart, though, because if they head towards you, you actually Nidus network into their base. Try to take out all their warp gates and the nexuses and stuff.
Yeah, if you can catch them off guard where they're not checking out the edges of their base all the time, which happens a lot, man. No matter how good you are, you might be caught off guard with that in the late game.
And even if you do catch it, you might not be able to kill it in time.
Yeah.
Let's see where this thing ends up.
I think it's going to end up right there, Taze. I think
so.
You're exactly right. That would be a great place to actually put it.
Now he has. Okay, he's loading him up.
Where's it going to go?
Too many Stalkers there.
There is so many units in that. You know, one trick.
And he's bringing it over here.
Ah, all right. That's actually a really great location. He's not going to see that at all.
He will hear that sound effect, though.
Yeah, he's going to be looking like a madman. Not going to know exactly where that is, though. Takes a while for this Nidus to unload that many units.
And he actually, I think, is just going to go for this expansion. Meanwhile, I don't know why he attacked on that side, by the way.
And these Phoenixes going to be taken out. Got to be careful with those Phoenixes.
A lot of Stalkers right now. Blinking away.
This pylon's doing a really good job of keeping the roaches in a bit. And there we go. The flank by the Stalker army.
Oh, this might actually end the Zerg. He's just trapped his army up there.
Yeah, he could kill a lot of units here. But, oh, good moves by the Zerg. Just hitting Stalkers when they do walk away. And
whoa!
4 queens.
Blunder of the century.
Wow, they all have full energy.
Oh my god, that is so embarrassing.
I don't know how that happened. He must have just misclicked by accident.
He does take out the Nexus, though.
Wow, that was actually, that part was good. But suiciding those 4 queens, he's going to regret that when he realizes
My bet is he doesn't even know that they're gone,
yeah,
too.
most likely.
Where are these guys going?
Oh, wow, look at this. No queens to defend the hatches anymore, so those Zealots may do exactly what just happened to him. Oh, he's targeting the pylons there. These are actually two great moves at once. And there is an extra pylon. Immortal popping out. Roaches have to go away, but
he's going to get this hatchery.
yeah, he definitely is. And
he already took out this one.
That is hurting the economy of our Zerg player, AnNyeong Prime. Pretty wild, and look at this, how close this game is. Tastes 136 supply to 135. Pretty amazingly close. These Zealots still wreaking havoc.
Yeah, no kidding. It's funny what a few Zealots left unnoticed can do to you. Now, I think if the Protoss actually reassembles, he can go ahead and just attack this expansion over here. I mean, there are a lot of roaches, but actually that's a lot of roaches.
That is, but you know, right now he is popping out a bunch of Immortals,
yeah.
Blink Stalkers. He does have that +2 attack, so the Immortal's going to be even more deadly than normal against the roaches. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Choya, I would have to say.
I think so. Only one location with minerals. He has to defend it. It's very difficult to, cover in the spot. Phoenix is on the map. Just taking Overlords out here and there.
Yep. And
not a position he should be attacking at.
That is not a place you want to attack into right there. Cannons galore, Stalkers with Blink, Sentries with Force Field, and of course Immortals to deal sick damage to anything armored. And we do have a counterattack to the front.
You should get the Forge up.
Yeah, he has to get that Force Field. There we go.
Very, very nice.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh, he's just going to try to come around here and trap him.
Nice flank right here. And those Immortals doing sick damage. Blinking right on top of the roaches.
Probably not a good idea to blink on top of the roaches.
Yeah.
That should deal more damage to you. But
GG. AnNyeong just got too far behind there, but a really good game by both players.
Wow.
I'm happy with that game, Tazels.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. Pretty
Actually,
educational.
yeah. They
Choya
both played very well.
Very strong.
Now, Choya, he was actually on the brink a couple times, held on tight, and played a solid game. But AnNyeong, for playing on Jungle Basin, he did a really good job. He was very aggressive. I loved that Nidus. That's something I think Zerg should use a lot more on that map.
Yeah, I think so.
No one ever really looks at that little passageway back there because that's like such an unimportant part of the map, but that's a perfect place to Nidus.
It's nice. I thought he was going to do it at the location next to the Nexus. I was wrong. Actually, the other spot was much better. Wow, okay, well, we're going to go on to the next map. I believe that's what, Metalopolis. And Metalopolis is a map that's going to be better for AnNyeong in this case, especially if he spawns far away from him. Close proximity might be a different story, but in this case, maybe we're going to see AnNyeong do a little bit better. I thought he did a pretty good job considering, the circumstances of that map.
Yeah, nothing to add to that, absolutely.
I did it. I covered everything.
You solved it, Tasteless.
I solved it.
You solved that game, thank you.
I solved it. Yeah, no problem. Guys, it's so fun to be here with you, sharing my nerd passion, my manly nerd baller passion.
There you go. Didn't want to have to correct you again, Tasteless.
We have a little bit more time before this game starts. Our Korean commentator's got to wrap it up. Metalopolis is a map that Zerg can macro on. They're going to hug the corners of the map, stay away from the Protoss, and they don't have to expand necessarily towards the Protoss, which makes things a little bit easier. The countdown has started. So let's get ready for some more PvZ action here at the GSL. Choya against AnNyeong, Prime against Foyu.